Hi there, this is Matt with State of Flex, here with a review for Knock at the Cabin. This is M. Night Shyamalan's latest film, and this is one I sadly missed in theaters. I really wanted to see it, the timing just didn't really work out. Luckily, it's available for streaming on Peacock, which is where I saw it, and I gotta say, this is my favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie. Now, Shyamalan is an interesting filmmaker, one whom I quite like. He always tries something new and different. And sometimes that new and different thing he tries is ruining a property like The Last Airbender. But oftentimes what you find is that he takes a big swing. Sometimes he whiffs, but he always takes the shot. And that's what I really appreciate. With this film, he lands on a lot of his strongest sensibilities. I like how Shyamalan shoots his movies. He always shoots his movies very interestingly. The camera is very poised in a person's face, and you get a fervent energy from the film just through the intimacy of the performance with the actor. And sometimes he extrapolates gripping and compelling performances from his actors. This time he really pulls it from everybody, but particularly from Bautista. And sometimes, he fails at that. You have only to look at, The Happening to see where he falls short with his extrapolation of performance. But another thing that he is always good is building tension. Even in movies that don't work, his ability to build tension organically within the scene is quite strong. And this one, I also have to say, Shyamalan writes in a very specific voice. And that voice, I feel, is very much his own. And every single character has that specific voice, where you don't have a whole lot of differences between the characters, and everybody sounds singular. And sometimes that's to a film's detriment. I think you see that even with Old from 2021, or to some extent you see that with Split, but certainly with films like The Happening and stuff, or Lady in the Water. This film, he kind of reels that back, and everybody feels kind of uniquely them. And maybe that's the actors really just bringing it their all to take the written word and make it float really well. But his voice is catered very strongly to sort of an innocent mind, and one of the main characters of this story is a child, and his dialogue in that child feels very real, very organic, and very true. And the interesting thing that the actors do is they tap into that innocent, childlike state, even though what they're doing throughout the film is very kind of dark and sinister. This is a film about the end of the world, potentially, depending on how you read the film. And the way he gets these performers to play it at their most intimate, but also their most innocent, really makes his dialogue work for these people. And that's what really sells it. Now, Shyamalan is known for his twists, and I think that is where some people who give pushback to this film are doing that, because this isn't necessarily a movie with a twist. I think it's sort of an anti-Shyamalan movie where basically everything is kind of bare bones and straightforward, and people want more of an allegory there, and there is some allegorical stuff. The film has a very kind of biblical lean that I found compelling, honestly. But I can see where some people might give some pushback there. But I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. This, as I said in the beginning, is my favorite Shyamalan film. I loved the performances from everybody, especially the little girl. Bautista nails it. Literally across the board, I think all the performances are fantastic. And it was posited to me, at what point would I entertain the notion that these people who are saying that they have to commit a terrible sacrifice, at what point would I be like entertaining the notion of committing such a sacrifice. And just the fact that questions like that kind of come up and then really get you thinking. This is a movie that I've seen, I think it was 4 days ago now, and it has lingered with me every single day since then. I've been thinking about it. So this is one of my favorites of 2023, kind of tied with Missing, and one that I can't wait to revisit. Check out Knock at the Cabin and let me know what you thought about that film in the comments down below. The other pushback I will say that I have heard is it's based on a book called The Cabin at the End of the World, and from what I understand, the last act of the movie is completely different from the last act of the book, and where it's a book that, having not read, that didn't have any bearing on my opinion of it, but I can see how, if you're a loyalist to the book, that might be irksome. But anyway, I thought I'd just mention that. Let me know what you thought about this film in the comments down below, or Shyamalan's films in general. I tend to like Shyamalan quite a bit, and I look forward to his next feature. Thanks for watching, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Peace.